Here are my 2 points. 1,
If you're buying,
and number 2,
if you're selling, if you're not quite sure where to start,
Thank you for doing a good job as always, and your analysis is spot on.
talk to Dan Gemus and his team. Find them at dangemus.com. And now, filling in for Dan Gemus, your host, Joyce Blackmere.
Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for tuning in today. You're listening to the Dan Gemus Real Estate Show, and we try to keep it to real estate, but sometimes we get derailed a little bit. Here and there,
Yep.
you know.
Yep.
So listen, Stephen and I talked yesterday a little bit about different ways that you can maintain or boost your home's value if you're thinking of selling it in 2025. And today with you, I wanted to maybe take that a little bit further or just sort of shift gears a wee bit and talk about whether you should consider renovating or relocating. When, or like, how is it, how would you decide when it's time to make that change, right?
So only thing that comes to mind quickly for me, rather than giving it some thought here, is if you really, really, really like where you're located, renovate. Because, you know, what the 3 things about real estate: location, location, location.
Yeah, you got it.
So, I mean, like, for example, we're in a great spot where we live. I love it there. But there's word that some things could be happening around there. So does that change my enjoyment of the property? I don't know. But I want to stay where I am, so that's why I'd want to renovate.
Yeah, for sure. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it totally makes sense when, you know, deciding whether to renovate or relocate. It's not just personal preference necessarily, because it comes down to budget. The markets change, affordability changes, market conditions in general. Your lifestyle needs change. Your long-term goals sometimes change as well. So there's a lot of things that sort of weigh on people's minds, those pros and cons. It's like a tug of war sometimes, right? So
sometimes it is more economical to move than do the renovations.
Yeah.
You know, so like you were saying about affordability, market conditions, things like that, or cost of goods.
So, but one thing's for sure. So let's just sort of, before we get to this list here, one thing's for sure. If you're investing money into your home, real estate generally goes up. Sometimes it goes up faster than others. Think pandemic. Other times it climbs a little more slowly, but it's a safe investment. So if you're investing into your home to live and for the potential future resale,
it's
I mean,
investment.
it's definitely a good thing.
Yep.
So we'll break it down a little bit here. So the pros and cons of renovating your home, just according to one list. You might have some things you want to add to it. So the pros of renovating, like you said, you keep your neighborhood. If you love your location, neighbors, and school district, renovating lets you stay put.
Yes.
Custom tailoring, you get to decide how the space works.
Right.
You can make it exactly how you want it. There are no moving costs. So selling a home comes with costs, of course,
Yes.
right? You have your real estate commissions, you have moving expenses, closing costs, lawyers' costs,
Land transfer,
home inspections,
taxes.
land transfer fees. There's all kinds of costs associated with a move.
Yeah.
You also have the potential, as we said, for property value increase. So if you renovate wisely, certain upgrades like kitchens and bathrooms, like Stephen mentioned yesterday, can boost your home's resale
Big
value.
values there, yes.
Yeah, big value there. Now, we also talked yesterday about renovating and having a conversation with a realtor with experience first that can help you along with those decisions, because sometimes return on investment just doesn't make sense depending on your time frame, right?
Correct.
So cons of renovating. Number 1, unexpected costs.
Yeah, you open up walls, things like that.
Yeah.
You never know what you're going to find.
Renovation budgets often go over due to unforeseen issues like electrical or plumbing upgrades. We have a lot of older homes in Windsor, Essex, right?
We do, yes.
So a lot of outdated wiring, outdated plumbing, things that, like you said, you open the walls and
Whole nother can of worms right there.
Yeah, exactly. So. Number 2, living through construction. Ugh. I hate dust. I hate dust.
It's
so
funny
that would be
because
hard for me.
all these things you're talking about, it's like we've been through them.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
So depending on the project, your home could be a construction zone for months. So think about storing things. Think about dust. Think about just general inconvenience. If you have kids too,
Yes.
or everybody's trying to live around each other, I'm pretty sure I know how annoyed I would be.
It's not fun.
Number 3, over improving for the neighborhood. This is a big one. If you invest too much, you might not recoup your costs when you eventually sell. That's a harsh reality.
I would say people can overdo it all they want if it's your house, but the return may not be there.
It doesn't always work
Right.
in the exact timing necessarily, right? And number 4, facing financial challenges. You might need a home equity loan or line of credit or cash savings to cover renovation costs. So you got to think about that. You might need to speak with your lender on how to structure that.
Right.
Appropriately, and we might be able to hook you up with somebody if you've been making.
We know a person or two.
Yeah, if you've been thinking. Okay, so let's move on to the pros and cons of relocating to a new home. Pros of moving. Number 1, immediate solution. If your home no longer suits your needs, moving allows you to find a house that fits your needs or fits your lifestyle right away, hopefully.
Yeah.
Number 2, no construction stress. You're not living in dust and debris. Just a fresh start and move in, ready
what if you
home.
move to a new subdivision that's being built? You could be
Yeah.
living in construction.
Well, listen.
We've been there too.
Let's stick to the list, Blackmere.
Okay. Sure thing, Blackmere.
Yeah, no, it's very true. We lived in a dust bowl for a better part of a year and a half. Number 3, better investments. Sometimes it makes more sense to buy a home in a more desirable area rather than over investing in renovations. Makes sense. Number 4, lower long-term costs. So instead of pouring money into an aging home, moving can provide a more energy efficient, lower maintenance property. It's very possible, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cons of moving. Number 1, higher upfront costs. So moving could mean real estate fees, closing costs, land transfer taxes, as you had said, just general moving expenses. And number 2, market conditions matter. So if it's a seller's market, you may face high home prices and bidding wars. If it's a buyer's market, you may struggle to sell your current home for top dollar.
Yep.
So that you need to take that into consideration.
Market.
Speak with a realtor that knows the market, knows how to work with the market, has a strategy for the market, and can help you help yourself make good decisions, right?
Absolutely.
And number 3, emotional attachment. This is a big one. Leaving behind memories in a familiar neighborhood can be tough. Moving away from family and friends. I remember the house where all of our kids were brought home. I struggled. I referred to that house as my house for 10 years after we sold it. But it just didn't suit our needs anymore.
Right.
So.
And I don't know if you have another one for that list.
I do. I have one more.
Okay.
Hidden costs.
Yeah.
Again, hidden costs are always involved. Home inspections, potential repairs in a new home, and adjustments to property taxes can add up.
Right. And number 5, moving.
Yeah. The cons. The biggest con is just moving. Well, you know what? I love fresh starts.
Some people love it. I'm not the type. I love helping people, but moving myself, I don't like it. That's why you're always asking, and I at the very end rush around and throw everything in one box. Nothing's organized. I'm not a fan.
I love the purge. That comes with moving. Although admittedly we moved way more here than we needed to when we moved, but we did purge a lot. And I love setting up the new space. I love the fresh start, but yes, it's painful to go through some of that other stuff. But I will say the best investment we ever made was hiring movers to lug the stuff for us and help us with that part.
If I even move next door, I'm hiring movers.
Well, yeah, it was a 4-5 hour move, so yeah, I get it. But it was.
No, I would still hire them if I was moving next door. Absolutely.
I see. I reheard what you said.
It just saves your back. It saves your knees. It saves strained shoulders and necks. And these guys are professionals. They know what they're doing.
Yep. Well, listen, if you're thinking of making a move or you're contemplating renovations, reach out. We'll have a chat with you. It doesn't hurt to have information. Information helps you make decisions.
Absolutely.
You can reach out to anybody on our team. We'd love to come out and visit you. You can reach us 7 days a week, 519-566-5565. You can also find us online at dangemus.com and learn about our team and what we're all about. Yeah. Okay,
We're
perfect.
fun. We're fun people.
We're fun.
Yeah.
We're a great group.
Yeah, I think so.
We're not biased.
No.
Okay, we're going to take another quick break. When we come back, we have Patrice Surrett from Goldmar Property Management joining us with her landlord tip of the week.
Cool.
And a little bit later in the show, we're going to give away a gift card for the Richmond Popcorn Company
Nice.
as well. So stay tuned. There's still lots more to come right here on the Dan Gemus Real Estate Show.